Raleigh. Physically, how do you feel right now, especially after the game, and how do you feel like you've been progressing since you had to sit out a couple weeks ago?
I feel great. I think I'm getting better every day. I had that rough stretch the last 2 weeks, but you know, I'm getting better every day. So.
Is it like taking Mondays kind of off, or at least out of practice, or?
No, I think I'm.
Like he wants to go easy with you, get a little bit of rest here and there, or how's that going?
We tried that, and partly I think that's probably why I had the little rust, because I would practice one day and then I'll be off the next day and then just playing the game. So I told them about that. We had that talk. We had a talk, and you know, I think we're going to go back to the original plan, and I think that I should be just like everyone else on the team until if I feel any soreness or anything in general on my foot. You know, I love the University of Arizona because they're being so cautious with me with my injury, and they're focused on me long term and not me just for the season, and I appreciate them for that. But at the end of the day, you know, I want to be just like everyone else too.
Do you feel like you're as explosive right now as you were last year?
Yeah, I'd probably jump a little higher.
Does it seem crazy that we all keep asking you, and probably everyone outside of here, about the foot? How's your foot? How's your
I know,
sore?
isn't it? I think people are thinking about my bad performance the last 2 weeks to the injury. You know, I mean, you guys aren't. I guess you guys aren't used to seeing bad nights from people. But it's like the world's over when you have a couple bad games. But you know, I'm happy to bounce back from that game, and I think that the best is yet to come.
Well, that's it. You know, I mean, the one reason I thought sometimes if you had soreness and you don't. But like, doesn't it, as a shooter, it can affect you if you're thinking about it, you're not spotting up, it doesn't feel quite right. That's what I was wondering, you know, if that ever.
Are you asking me if I experienced that?
Even during those 2 games when you were a little not yourself.
I could only speak for myself. I don't know how other people with foot injuries felt, but for me, I don't really think about it in the game. In the game, you have so much adrenaline, and you don't really feel it or think about your foot in terms like that.
In the second half against USC, it looked like there was a particular shot in the corner, and it kind of looked like maybe you didn't have your legs underneath you, or it was kind of a flat shot. Is fatigue at all a factor right now, just because of the amount of games you have and haven't played?
No. Just a shot, just a missed shot. You know, I'm allowed to miss too, guys. You know, I missed a shot, and I think guys are like, his foot is not feeling good because he missed a shot. It's not the case. I mean, you know, I jump off that leg 100%, just like how I did before the injury. I can do the same dunks. You know, you guys seen the Oregon State game, so I mean, everything is great, and you know, I just had a bad 2 weeks.
Late in the Oregon State game, and then you sat out the next game because of the foot.
I mean, if you guys watch me in warm-ups, I still do the same thing, same dunk in warm-ups.
Do players like to play against the zone?
Do we like? Yeah, we love the zone. You know, we're starting to get used to it. I think UCLA's 3-2 zone, that was the first time we saw it all season. But we're starting to get used to feeding the middle guy and then playing through the bigs. And we get open shots. We have to keep taking them.
How much of a difference is your guys' confidence against the zone this year as opposed to last year?
Yeah, last year I don't think we had great players, but I don't think we had the same. If you look, we have better offensive weapons, as in DeAndre in the paint. He's a monster in the paint, and then we have Dusan, who's coming back for another year, so he's a lot better. I think Lonzo, he's shooting like 50% from 3 right now, and then me, you know. I'm shooting it good recently. But I think that we're getting a lot comfortable. We're getting better with the zone, more comfortable. We know we're going to see it every night. To be honest with you, I don't think anyone could guard us man to man. So that's probably why we see that zone most of the time. But you know, whatever it takes to win, I guess.
How much do you pay attention to the draft projections? Because recently you've been like consistently in the 35 to 40 for like years, and then now you've just jumped up in the last 2
years. I've been 35 to 40.
Something like that, yeah. That's what I remember seeing you. And then like recently 14, 17, 22. Like you just jumped up this last few weeks. How much stock do you take in that or pay attention to that?
I actually don't pay attention to it at all. You know, all that stuff is all opinions. They're not. I don't know how much sources they're getting behind that. No one even knows what teams are thinking or what teams have picks. So all that stuff is sources. But at the end of the day, I'm happy to be on the right direction of that. But I think that I still have a lot to get better at, and I have a lot to improve in. And you know, it's just beginning.
How much do you really appreciate this rivalry, in particular with ASU, and how different do you think that matchup is going to be this time around as opposed to a couple months or a month ago?
No, it's crazy. I just remembered the last weekly press conference. I had this the press conference before we played them here, and I said that the game was a Pac-12 game. So I think today, Thursday, is going to be an ESPN game. So that tells you how big the game is going to be. And I think that they're rolling with confidence now that they beat UCLA and they beat at USC. And they're finally getting it together. They have their full team. They're at full strength with I think the freshman Kamani Lawrence. He's pretty good. So I think that it's going to be a great game, great atmosphere, a sold-out game, and a great environment. And I think we're just going to have to bring our A game.
What is the game like the ASU game, media player? What's that? That rivalry game thing. What's that like for you as somebody who plays in that game? What's that mentality like going into one of those?
I would compare it to like a UNC Duke rivalry. I would say it's like in that because it's like two hometowns playing against each other, and it's mostly for the fans. To be honest, I think that they just want their school to win, but with us, I think we just want to win because we need to win.
You were in Raleigh for a year, right? At Word of God.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
So you kind of got to see that a little up close, where not being too far. Would you compare how much the fans care about beating ASU if you're Arizona and vice versa to like a Duke UNC?
Yeah, I'd say, for example, I used football as example. Last year when they weren't that good, we didn't really have the best year, but we beat Arizona State, and then the year was made. For us, I think ASU didn't have that much success in the past. And now them being ranked in the top 25 again, that's going to be a bigger matchup and a bigger game for us, and we're just going to have to take advantage of it.
I think you were not playing in the Bahamas. The last two losses, you were a little off shooting-wise. I mean, I know this team has all kinds of weapons, obviously, but do you feel like you got to have at least a decent night to, in a really against a really top opponent to help this team win? I mean, how critical do you feel like it's, pretty important that you're on?
I mean, obviously I would always want to play great every game, but nights that I'm not shooting it well, I think that, like for example, the Washington game, we still had the opportunity to win. Green just hit a crazy shot. It was a tough shot, and it was nothing we could do about that. But I think that, I wouldn't say that as far as I go, the team goes, because it's a team game, and everyone's going to have their night, and everyone's going to have better nights than others. So it just matters the game's time situation.
Did you see the result of the Washington-Oregon State game and how they lost?
Yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy game. I saw it on ESPN.
You guys ever think karma?
It was just a crazy situation. It's crazy for them to lose that way, but at least I guess they know how it feels. I don't know.
Can an atmosphere on the road get any more crazy than the Washington game was? From the whole environment.
ASU. I think ASU is probably going to be crazier. I think I hope that we have more fans than ASU. That's how it was last year. But who knows? This year, they're playing great, so they might have more people.
Last year, were you distracted by the curtain of distraction that they do?
Nah, I'm trying to think if I was at the free throw line, but I don't see them. When you're at the line, personally, I just stare at the rim. I don't really look at around me. Yeah. Always stare at the rim, yeah.
Did you make anything of that? Those announcements for the seeding. They said you're a 4. If the tournament were to start today, you'd be number 4 seed. What do you think of that, and about what you thought, or do you think you can improve it the rest of the way?
Was that a fact or opinion?
Yeah,
it was a fact.
For the last couple of years, they've actually said if it were to start today, just the top 4 in each region, and they gave you the 15th overall, 4 in the West.
I remember seeing that. I think it was Purdue, North Carolina, and Kansas in that conference. Yeah. Those are really great teams. But personally, I'm excited to play anyone. I'm just excited to be on the court, so it doesn't really matter who we play.
When you guys go through some rough patches like you had against Washington in the next game, how much do you guys get together as a group, as players, and kind of talk about things and try and kind of get regathered up?
Yeah, after we lost to UCLA, we had a team meeting, and we just spoke about it. We don't really lose in McHale. It's rare for us to lose in McHale. I think we're 81-3 since under Coach Miller in the McHale Center. So it was tough to lose that game, and we just had to move up from there.
Who were the ones doing talking during some of those meetings?
A little bit of everyone. Everyone just said what was on their mind. It wasn't like one person dominant. It was a little bit of everyone just sharing what's on their mind and what they thought that we need to help become better.
You guys lost 3 in a row in the Bahamas, and then they lost 2 other on the road. What was worse, the Bahamas or losing at home against UCLA?
We lost more games in the Bahamas. So, UCLA is just 1 game. Bahamas is 3 games. So I would say Bahamas.
Anything else?
Thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, guys. Remember, Savage Life. All right, guys.